Hi everyone, I'm Brad McKinnon. Welcome to my YouTube channel where it's all about finishing, plastering, taping and jib stopping as we call it in New Zealand. Leave a thumbs up if you think that's weird. And anyway, today we are patching or filling in these patches where the electrician's cut to run some wires over to that left side there. And he's done a great job and he's kept them behind the bathroom cabinet. And he's left me the pieces, but not normally would we sort of fix these because they're behind the bathroom unit, but the owner has asked me to just to patch them up, not to finish them, just put the plasterboard back in, just to seal up his wall. Fair enough. Don't want any mice or anything coming in if they can get in behind that unit possibly. So we're just here finishing off a couple of jobs in another room, so I said yep, that's fine, I can do that for you. Now I didn't have any timber in the truck, and as you can see all those patches are cut out in between timber studs, so we're going to do a method called back blocking today, just using some offcuts of plasterboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these back blocks in behind the wall just like so, using a bit of plaster adhesive, and then we can put our patches or bits of plasterboard that the electrician's left for us back, stick those back on top of those, and that's it really, just to seal up the wall. We don't need to tape it in or anything or finish it, just to seal up the wall as the owner's requested. And what I'm going to do is start by just cutting some back blocks, just any size. I just had some offcuts in the truck, so I'm just going to sort of do one each on those small ones and then a couple each on these bigger ones. This last one here, that patch was in two pieces, so I'm actually going to put 3 back blocks in. You'll see why we do that. And to cut plasterboard, all you got to do is just score one side, flip it over, give it a snap, and score the other side, and then snap it off. Now, if you're a beginner or if you're using some quick set 5-minute or even 20-minute, what I definitely recommend is you just mix up and put the back blocks in first, let that go hard and set, then mix up another batch and then put your plasterboard patches in on that second mix, just to make it easier. You can then, once those back blocks are set hard, you can just press in your plasterboard patches with no problems. That's definitely the way to go if you're a beginner. I'm a professional and I've got some plaster adhesive, which is a 40-minute set, so I don't want to be waiting around 40 minutes for this to set, so I'm going to use the same mix for the whole process. By all means, if you feel you're up to that, go for it. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting a bit of plaster adhesive on the tops and bottoms of these back blocks and just sort of pulling it in tight against the back of the plasterboard. Just make sure there's no timber nogs in the way before you sort of start doing this. Get everything ready to go. I've got all those patches ready on the floor to go. I've made sure the electrician just cut them freehand, so they're not exactly square, so I checked which way they went up and marked the tops of them. And this one here, you can see he's cut it in 2 pieces, so we're just going to put a black block in the middle there so it can hold the middle of those 2 pieces. Now remember, if you're doing this in 2 mixes, make sure you clean off all that plaster that's bulging out when you pull the back block back against the back of the wall. You don't want that going hard because that's going to be a mission to scrape off. So scrape that off while it's wet. Make sure it's all nice and clean before you put your patches in on your next mix. But because I'm doing this all together, I want that there. So when I push my patches in, it's all binding together and all sticking together, and that's what's going to give it its strength. So we've got those in, ready to go. I'm just going to, because I'm not taping these or anything, I'm just going to put some plaster around the edges there, just to fill in all those gaps, and then a bit on the back, so that's going to stick to the back block, and I'm just going to push it in nice and gently. I don't want to push, remember plaster hasn't set yet. I don't want to push the back block off. It'd be pointless then, it wouldn't be doing anything. So we need that back block sticking to the wall. What it's doing is it's sticking to the paper on the back of the plasterboard. That's where it's getting its strength, and then it's this new patch here. It's all holding together. So that's where it gets its strength. It really is nice and strong, especially with this plaster adhesive. You can use just a setting compound. It's not an adhesive, but it does work just as well. So again, I've marked the top of that so I know which way it goes, because like I said, he hasn't cut them out square. They're a bit wobbly, even though they look square on the screen. So this is going pretty quick. We had everything set, ready to go. I had all my pieces laid out, where they had to go, and it doesn't take long. Once you get things all ready to go. So we'll just finish with this last one here. Again, if you are choosing to do it all in the same mix, just don't press too hard, especially with these kind of pieces here. You can end up pushing that black block off and it'll fall down in the wall, to the bottom of the wall, and it won't be doing anything. So they're all done. We're just going to clean up. You can leave that there if you're happy with that. Just clean off any excess in case we don't know what sort of unit's going back in. Obviously there's a new one going back. Could be a full floor standing one. It could be a wall hung one again, like what was up there. So don't know. So we'll just clean off any bits and bobs that have oozed out, and I've just still got a bit of plaster left over, so you can just fill in those gaps. The owner did want these in just to stop any drafts or unwanted rodents that might end up in his wall. He lives right on his house is right on the riverbank, so you never know what's crawling around in the walls and stuff. So we'll just seal everything up good as gold. A spare bit of plaster. And that's about it. If you enjoy these videos, hit the subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, really helps the channel out. And that's how I patch a plasterboard wall with no timber, just using back blocks. If you want to use timber, there's plenty more videos on my channel. I do all different patches, so many ways of doing this sort of same job, getting the same result. And I've got plenty of other videos showing that on the channel. So that's done. That's me. I'm off to my next one. Thanks very much for watching. Stick around. I've got a new video every week. And I'll see you then. See you next week, everyone. Cheers.